The story begins with a car racer named Sonny Hayes. Right now, he's in the middle of a high-speed race. One of his rival teammates has just overtaken him, so Sonny has no choice but to push harder and take the lead back. Without even touching the brakes, Sonny keeps pushing his car forward. Watching this, his team members get nervous. But this reckless, daring style is exactly what defines Sonny Hayes. With sheer speed and control, Sonny manages to put his team back in the lead. He even tells his fellow driver, "Don't let this lead slip away." And in the end, they win the race. But Sonny has one strange habit: he never touches the trophies. For him, it's always just about the money. As soon as he collects his payment, he walks away. This team had hired him for a one-race deal, and now that the deal is done, so is he. Later, while sitting inside a small laundromat, Sonny is approached by an old friend, Ruben. Ruben is the owner of an F1 racing team. But right now, his team is drowning $300 million in losses. They're at the very bottom of the standings. And if, out of the 9 remaining races of the season, his team doesn't win at least one, the board could shut them down and put the entire team up for sale. That's why Ruben has come looking for Sonny. But Sonny isn't interested. Ruben tries to convince him, reminding him that Sonny has years of experience, while his other driver is just a rookie. Together, Ruben insists they could make a great team. Ruben pleads and persuades, then finally leaves behind flight tickets, hoping Sonny will reconsider. The scene now shifts to Ruben's rookie driver, Joshua Pierce. He's busy practicing his laps on the track. Once he finishes, the team starts inspecting the car, trying to identify flaws and see what more can be improved. The technical director, Kate, asks Joshua for his input. But despite being a driver, Joshua can't give any useful feedback. Then Joshua's manager pulls him aside, warning him that this team might be sold off soon. If that happens, Joshua must prove to the world that he's a truly great driver. Otherwise, his career could slip away before it even begins. And at that very moment, Sonny Hayes walks in. Ruben is overjoyed to see him, but the rest of the team looks puzzled. Ruben announces that Sonny is here for a trial run. But no one likes the idea. Not even the team principal is on board. Sonny simply says, "Fine. Give me Joshua's lap time as my target. If I'm even 1 second slower, I'll walk out on my own." Sonny studies every detail about the lap in the car. Then he heads out onto the track. The crew members start placing bets, curious about how he'll perform. But as soon as he starts, Sonny's car spins out in the middle of the track. He quickly straightens it out and restarts his lap. At first, he struggles to control the car properly. He's actually running slower than Joshua. But in the final sector, Sonny pushes the car harder. That's when suddenly the car slams straight into the barrier. Everyone rushes to check on him. But Sonny, calm and collected, immediately points out all the flaws in the car to Kate. And when his lap time is revealed, he has actually completed it 500 milliseconds faster than the set benchmark. The story then shifts back to Joshua. His manager advises him to boost his public image and engagement. At home, Joshua vents to his mother. He tells her that if the team doesn't start winning, his seat in Formula One will be in jeopardy. And now, to make things worse, some old guy has joined their team. Meanwhile, news spreads across the media. Sonny Hayes is returning to Formula One. His career had ended 30 years ago, after a devastating accident. He did make a comeback 10 years later, but nothing worked out for him. At one point, Sonny had even worked as a cab driver in New York City. And now, he's joining a team that has never once finished in the top 10 in its entire history. Soon after, a press conference is held with both Sonny and Joshua. Joshua, with sarcasm, tells the media, "Our team is now giving opportunities to old men." The reporters then turn to Sonny, asking him about his personal life, how he once lived as a gambler, and how he's been married 3 times, none of which lasted. The time finally arrives for the first race. Sonny reaches the track even before Joshua. Meanwhile, Joshua's mother insists that he apologize to Sonny for what he said at the press conference. So, Joshua reluctantly gives Sonny a forced apology. Both Ruben and Sonny are nervous about this race. Just before it begins, Ruben introduces Sonny to an investor named Peter Banning. He's the only board member who genuinely wants to see this team win. The race begins, and as Sonny sits in his car, he starts questioning himself. What am I even doing here? The formation lap begins, where drivers warm up their tires. But Sonny doesn't move forward. The commentators quickly notice, saying Sonny has been out of racing too long, and maybe he just doesn't understand this car anymore. Then suddenly, Sonny accelerates. He lines up last on the grid, and everyone realizes it was all just a trick. Now, his tires are much hotter than everyone else's, which means he has the advantage. Sonny uses this edge to start overtaking one car after another. He even passes a Red Bull. But once their tires heat up too, they reclaim their lead from him. Meanwhile, Joshua heads to the pit stop. It takes 7 seconds. When Sonny comes in, his stop takes even longer, over 9 seconds. Now both teammates are running close to each other on track. Joshua radios his crew, demanding that Sonny let him pass. But Sonny refuses. He won't give up his position. Soon, the two teammates are fighting each other. Ruben, watching from the pit wall, loses his temper. And in the chaos, Sonny and Joshua collide. Both cars are out of the race. Joshua storms back in anger, furious at what's happening with this team. But Sonny tells him calmly, "Mistakes happen. This time it was yours." Sonny also warns the team principal, "Don't ever order me to give up my position again." Later, Joshua tries confronting Sonny again. But as soon as he notices the cameras, he forces a smile for the media. Sonny looks at him and says, "What exactly have you done to be flashing your teeth like that? None of the other drivers out there respect us." Afterward, Sonny heads for an ice bath. But Ruben, still angry, lashes out at him, already regretting his decision to bring Sonny onto the team. In response, Sonny asks him about Kate, the first female technical director in Formula One. Ruben replied, "She's not the kind who's going to fall for your tricks, Sonny." So Sonny went straight to Kate himself, asking her the same question. "How did you manage to make it this far?" Kate already knows that Ruben had warned her to stay away from Sonny. And Sonny, instead of small talk, gets straight to the point. "We can't beat other teams on the straights. Our only chance is in the turns. That's why I want this car redesigned immediately." But Kate replies sharply, "I'll listen to you only after you finish a race." What follows is a contrast between their two drivers. Joshua practicing with high-tech simulations, while Sonny relies on his natural instincts and old-school methods. Their lifestyles couldn't be more different. And slowly, Joshua begins studying Sonny, watching who he used to be and how he trains. The next race day arrives. Joshua tells Sonny, "Maybe today we'll race properly. No heroics." But once again, as the race starts, Sonny and Joshua find themselves battling each other. Then Sonny suffers a tire puncture. He suggests switching to soft tires. The team refuses, warning that in this heat, softs won't last. So Sonny simply refuses to push forward. The team principal yells at him, but in the end they have no choice but to follow his call. Sonny switches to softs and gets back out. Then he deliberately bumps his car's front wing against another, forcing a safety car onto the track. This slows everyone down. Sonny returns to the pits and gets his wing replaced. Then he does the same trick again. Another collision, another safety car. And this time, his risky move ends up helping Joshua. Sonny radios in, "Tell Joshua to keep pushing. Tell him to save his tires." Joshua is currently running in 10th place. Then Sonny deliberately crashes his car into the banners, bringing out a third safety car. This gives Joshua the perfect chance to change his tires. If his pit stop is under 3 seconds, he can hold on to 10th place. And it works. Joshua exits the pit still in 10th. For the very first time in history, Ruben's team finishes inside the top 10. Everyone celebrates. But Sonny turns to Joshua and says, "Don't get too excited about finishing 10th. Sonny reminded Kate about their deal. And this time, Kate actually began working on his advice. The story then takes us to the Italian Grand Prix. Sonny's strategy today was similar to before. He said, "Everyone's eyes will be on me, on my reckless driving. That way, Joshua will be the one to win us this race." The race begins. Using different tactics, Sonny starts helping Joshua climb up positions. Sonny's main target today is Max Verstappen. He slows him down strategically, allowing Joshua to rise all the way up to P4. But then, the weather takes a turn. Rain begins to pour on the track. The drivers now need to switch to wet weather tires. But Joshua stays out, and soon he pushes himself up to P2. So Sonny sets his sights on Verstappen once again, planning to hold him back long enough to push Joshua into P1. Out of the pit stop, Sonny comes out ahead of Verstappen and deliberately slows him down. But by the rules, he must eventually let Verstappen pass. Joshua arrives right behind them, and Sonny sets him up for the perfect overtake. She tells Joshua, "Wait for the straight. Be patient." But Joshua doesn't listen. He rushes the move too early, and because of that, he crashes in a violent, terrifying accident. Sonny immediately stops his own car, rushes to Joshua's flaming wreck, and pulls him out. Joshua is rushed to the hospital. His mother confronts Sonny, furious. "Why did you push my son to take such a deadly risk? He could have lost his life." She refuses to hear any explanation and warns him never to let this happen again. Sonny then faces the media, where reporters hurl accusations, blaming him for Joshua's accident. Meanwhile, Joshua, watching from home, knows he'll be sidelined from the next 3 races. In the meantime, Kate begins making new modifications to the car. Sonny rallies the crew, preparing them for what he calls Plan C combat. In the next race, Sonny finishes P9. After that, he climbs to P7. During this time, Joshua continues recovering. The entire crew works together, pushing harder than ever. And soon after, Sonny manages to finish P5. But Joshua, instead of being inspired, grows jealous. 3 races later, he finally returns to the team. Before the race, he watches fans cheering for Sonny, and envy burns inside him. On the track, Joshua pushes his speed, chasing Sonny aggressively. Then in a reckless move, he collides with him, knocking Sonny out of the race. Everyone is furious. Even Sonny himself loses his temper. He shouts at Joshua, "Don't you ever pull something like that again. If you want to destroy your career, go ahead. I've seen thousands of so-called talents like you come and go. But don't you dare betray Ruben. And don't you dare betray this team." Kate had been watching all of this unfold. After that, everyone headed to Las Vegas. Sonny received an invitation card, and Joshua got the same one too. It turned out Kate had intentionally called both of them there. She told them, "We'll all be out on the streets if you two don't pull off a miracle." Kate decided she would settle who their number 1 driver would be by playing a game of poker. While playing, Kate asked Sonny and Joshua to open up about what problems they had with each other. Sonny advised Joshua to leave social media and his phone behind, and to focus only on driving. Joshua ended up winning the poker game, and he walked off to attend a sponsor's party. After he left, Sonny started flirting with Kate. But Kate shut him down, saying she'd never do that with a teammate, especially since he just lost the game. That's when Sonny revealed his cards and showed that he had actually won. Later that night, Sonny woke up from a nightmare about his accident. He and Kate went out to the balcony and began talking. Sonny opened up about his past. He said, "When I was younger, I was lightning fast. I was going to be the next Formula 1 champion. But then one crash changed everything. I lost it all, even my love for racing. Eventually, I started driving again. Any car I got my hands on, I would drive. And in those moments, I felt happy." As Sonny spoke, he became emotional. Back then, while racing, there were moments where time slowed down. My heartbeat would calm, everything became crystal clear. Now, I'm searching for that feeling again. I don't know when it will come back, but I want to experience it once more. Just then, Ruben showed up. He asked Kate about Sonny, knowing he was inside. Ruben revealed that F1 directors had received a tip that the modifications made to their cars violated the rules. Someone from inside the team had leaked their secrets. Because of that, their cars were now under review, and they'd be forced to race with the old ones. Ruben was furious, insisting they hadn't broken any rules, everything had been pre-approved. The race began, and everything was stacked against their team. Sonny didn't even have his lucky cards that he always kept with him. He started driving recklessly, ignoring the crew's instructions. And because of his careless speed, Sonny got into a brutal accident. At the hospital, Ruben came to see him and asked, "Why do we even play this sport?" He then showed Sonny his medical reports. Sonny had a fractured neck, and due to a severe head injury, he risked vision loss, paralysis, or even death. But these weren't new findings. These reports were from 30 years ago, meaning he should never have been racing again in the first place. Ruben finally gave up. He told Sonny, "As of today, you're no longer part of the team." Joshua, who overheard this from outside, walked away and began practicing non-stop. Meanwhile, an investor named Peter came to visit Sonny. He revealed that the team had been on the verge of collapsing, but after Sonny's arrival, many buyers became interested in purchasing it. Peter gave Sonny a proposal. "I'll create a new team. It'll belong to me, but you'll be the team principal. We'll have a real shot at the next championship. Don't worry about Ruben, I'll give him some honorary title." Peter wanted to finalize the deal after the next race. He also admitted that he was the one who forged those fake documents to sabotage Ruben so the team would fail, and he could take over. The scene then shifted to the final race. Before it began, Joshua confessed to his mom that the accident had been his fault. Sonny had actually told him to wait, but he hadn't listened. Joshua also dismissed his manager, saying all the media drama was just noise. He only wanted to focus on racing. Before the race, he took his entire crew out jogging, a habit he'd picked up from Sonny. Meanwhile, Peter was getting ready to seal his deal, and Ruben knew the team was slipping out of his hands. But that's when Sonny Hayes made his comeback. He brought a legal document stating that Ruben and his team would not be held responsible for Sonny's condition. Ruben brushed it off, saying, "Forget that paper." But Sonny refused to back down. "Even if it kills me, I'll race." Then came the good news. Their modified cars were reinstated, because the supposed documents were proven fake. Peter was shocked to see Sonny Hayes back on the track. The final race of the season began. During the race, Sonny felt a jolt in his body, but he ignored it and kept going. As always, Sonny's job was to slow down the race leaders so Joshua could take the lead. And without a single tire change, Joshua managed to climb into P1. But soon, Max Verstappen and Charles Leclerc overtook him. That forced Joshua to finally change his tires. To help Joshua regain his position, Sonny slowed down a Ferrari coming out of the pit lane. Now Joshua and Sonny were running in P3 and P4. Because the other drivers still had to make pit stops, Joshua jumped back into P1. All he had to do was hold the lead. But his tires were older than the rest. Ferrari and Mercedes weren't backing down, and Joshua would eventually have to pit. Ruben was starting to lose hope. But then George Russell collided with Sonny. And when Ruben saw what happened, he called it a miracle. The race was red flagged, meaning it was temporarily stopped. This gave every car a chance to make repairs. And more importantly, it meant Joshua and Sonny both got fresh tires. Now they could take the fight to the front. But that accident also raised a question. Had Sonny caused it on purpose? After review, the decision went in Sonny's favor. No penalty was given. The race restarted. Hamilton was in P1, Leclerc in P2, and Joshua and Sonny right behind in P3 and P4. This time with fresh tires. Sonny once again started helping Joshua push forward. Together, they left Leclerc behind. Now only Lewis Hamilton stood between them and victory. But to get past him, one of them had to make a sacrifice. And Sonny chose to do it. He slowed Hamilton down, giving Joshua the lead. But Hamilton wasn't going to give up so easily. He fought back, overtook Sonny, and started challenging Joshua for P1. In the battle, Hamilton and Joshua collided, and both were forced out of the race. That left Sonny in P1. And in that moment, he finally felt the peace he had been talking about all along. He was flying down the track like lightning. Sonny crossed the finish line and fulfilled his dream. Everyone was overjoyed. Joshua was happy too. Ruben secured 3 more years with the team. Peter's plan failed completely. But even after winning the race, Sonny refused to touch the trophy. He simply said goodbye to Kate and walked away from everything. His deal was complete. And with that, his chapter came to an end. And with that, friends, this story comes to an end. Tell us in the comments how you like the explanation. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.